Good evening, and welcome to the 2025 Pima Community College Graduation Commencement. We encourage you to post social media images using the hashtag PimaGrad25. You can see the images on the arena screen, the exhibition hall where the students are lining up, and on our YouTube live stream. So please share, and don't forget to add the PimaGrad25 hashtag. Hi there, everyone. I'm Sherry Gyro over at the Tucson Community Center Exhibition Hall, where all the students are lining up, getting ready for that exciting moment where they cross the stage and graduate from Pima Community College. How about that, guys? Woo! So let's speak to one of the students and see how they're feeling right now. Knock, knock. Hi there.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good, and you?
Good. I think maybe you're a little more excited than me, or not?
I'm pretty excited. It's a little hot in here, though.
A little hot. Do you have somebody in the arena you want to say hi to?
I don't think my family's here yet, but hi, family and friends.
Okay. How about you? How are you feeling right now?
Feeling great.
How long did it take you to graduate?
2 years.
Good for you. Do you have anyone in the arena you want to say hi to?
Yeah, my family and my sister's graduating with me.
Oh, brother and sister. Awesome. How are you feeling?
Exciting.
So are your parents in the arena?
Yeah, both.
Say hi to them.
Hi.
Say hi back, Mom and Dad. Okay. So let's see. I want to find somebody with a really cool hat. You got a cool hat. Come here. Hey, knock, knock. She's texting. She's so busy. Busy. How about you? Are you excited?
Yes.
Who's in the arena you want to say hi to?
My family.
Hey, everybody. Everybody in your family?
My friends and family.
Okay. All right, let's take a selfie. Who wants to get in my selfie with me? Come on, guys. Let's get in the selfie. Come on. I need to be photobombed. Usually it's my son who photobombs me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pima! All right. So what I'm going to do with this photo, I'm going to post it on our social media, and I'm going to give it the hashtag PimaGrad25. So if you guys have a photo, or if anyone in the arena has a photo and you want it to be shown up on the screen, give it that hashtag PimaGrad25, all right? All right, everybody, on the count of 3, let's say Pima. And you too in the arena. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pima! All right, now let's hear from one of our student representatives.
Hello there, my name is Andres Leonardo Zavala Quijada. I enjoy baking, music composition, paracord weaving, and I am deeply interested in science and technology, such as quantum physics, nanotechnology, astronomy, and robotics. From a young age, science always felt natural to me, and technology seemed so magical and sophisticated. It wasn't until I met my science teachers in high school that I first took an interest in a career in science. I learned how great science really is and how it can be applied to create amazing technology. Now, with a better understanding of science, I hope to continue to pursue higher education in STEM and use it to develop future technology to improve the lives of those that desperately need it. My time at Pima Community College has shaped me into who I am today by teaching me the foundations of how the universe works. It showed me the importance of how to change my way of thinking to adapt and view problems from different angles. It has had the impact on the way I see the world and improved my ability to use the scientific knowledge I learned to find simpler solutions to problems I encounter in everyday life. Pima Community College is a core part of the community by providing higher education at affordable prices, creating a path to better opportunities, and by responding to community needs with local resources. They also make an impact through their efforts to celebrate and spread awareness of the cultures from the diverse students, which helps everyone to understand each other and work better together. Thank you, Pima Community College, for the support you have given us, and I look forward to the amazing things the class of 2025 will accomplish. Congratulations. A mis abuelas Carmen y Lupita y a toda mi familia, muchas gracias por enseñarme lo que es el amor sin condiciones, un amor que me dio la fuerza para llegar hasta aquí.
Hi, my name is Sandalia Perez, and I'm a proud 47-year-old Mexican-American woman. I have been blessed with a very supportive significant other, and together we are raising 3 beautiful children. Coming from a close-knit Mexican family and celebrating 23 years of overcoming addiction, I am deeply grateful to now live with clarity and purpose. I trust in the gift that God gave me, a brain to use and not to waste. It is with a humble heart that I stand as the first in my family to move on to a university and pursue my master's degree. My time at Pima has been truly life-changing. Returning to college later in life, I faced many fears and challenges, especially with the changes in technology, online learning, and digital textbooks. Throughout my journey, when life's challenges arose, the professors responded with compassion and support. They provided resources, answered emails quickly, and allowed flexibility with genuine understanding and care. Their encouragement helped me realize that no dream is too big when you have a strong support system and a community that believes in you. Through its unwavering commitment to student success, Pima has built a legacy of hope and empowerment, one that I am deeply honored and proud to be a part of. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Howdy, Tucson. I got my hat on, my Pima hat. I'm so proud of it. But they have different hats. Let's see. Let me take a look. These are caps. And they're so cute. Vet Tech. All right. What made you decide to decorate your hats?
I thought it was fun, and it made it memorable for me.
Absolutely. I'm proud of this hat that I'm wearing because it's a Pima hat. I'm sure you're proud of your cap and you're proud of what you've done. Tell me about it.
I am very proud of what I've done. It's been a difficult program to go through, but we made it, so.
Awesome, congratulations. And over here, I have got 2 young high school students. They just graduated from high school and Pima Community College. Let's give them a great big hand. You got parents in the crowd. Who do you want to say hi to?
I want to say hi to my mom, dad, Chris, grandma, grandpa, Liz, Jim, and Mr. and Mrs. Sandoval. Thank you for coming.
And John Boy, just kidding. How about you?
I want to say hi to my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sister, the Midkips, the LeBlancs, and most importantly, Rayleigh and Patty with Vail Early College. They're the reason we're graduating with our degrees.
You guys are very impressive. And where did you go to high school?
Cienega.
Cienega High School. And I'm sorry, can't believe I forgot you, bud, but hi, Gus.
All right, hi, Gus. So, parents in the arena, you're just around the corner and we can hear you. If you have a kid here in the exhibition hall waiting, give him a big cheer. Ready? 1, 2, 3, parents, cheer. Oh, I heard 1 parent. Come on, get louder. Parents, ready? 1, 2, 3, parents, cheer. Oh, okay, did you guys hear that? Okay, students, if you have family members or friends in the arena, I want you to say, hi, mom, whatever, dad. Ready? 1, 2, 3, students, go. All right, we will be back soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra Belford and this is my service dog Ghost. I am proud to be your commencement speaker for graduation of 2025 and I will see you in just a few minutes.
Anywhere I wanna go, tell me where I won't belong. Got this thing on lock, yeah, yeah. Anything I wanna be, I got freedom on repeat. Don't change, please, 'cause I love it just like this. Oh, 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 oh. I love it just like this. Oh, 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 oh. I love it just like this. I love it like this. I love it like this. I love it just like this. I love it like this. I love it like this. I love it just like this. I love it. Yeah. Don't change, please, 'cause I love it just like this. Oh, 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 oh. I love it just like this. Oh, 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 yeah. I love it just like this. I love it like this. I love it like this. I love it just like this. I love it like this. I love it like this. I love it just like this.
Hi, my name is Al-Sharai Mahadith. I'm originally from Belize and the oldest girl amongst 11 brothers. I began my journey at Pima Community College at the age of 16, and I'm proud to be the first second-generation female in my family to graduate. I'm earning my Associates of Arts degree, and I will be continuing my education at the University of Arizona this fall. My long-term goal is to pursue a PhD in the psychology of science, and I hope to create a facility dedicated to supporting individuals who struggle with mental health challenges. My time at Pima Community College has given me the confidence to be strong and face adversity. As a minority who grew up in a large protective family and was homeschooled my entire life, starting at Pima, which was my first school experience, was a major transition, and I truly wouldn't have chosen any other place. At Pima, there's no such thing as being alone or feeling ashamed. Every professor, parent, and faculty member has shown genuine care and support. Whether I struggled academically or personally, Pima was always there, not just with academic help, but with resources for nearly every challenge life presented. This supportive environment has not only shaped who I am today, but has also had a powerful impact on the entire community by creating a space where people from all walks of life are welcome, supported, and empowered to succeed. Congratulations to the class of 2025. We got this.
I heart this hat. Look at how cute it is. Very cute. Sherry Gyro here over at the Tucson Community Center Exhibition Hall. The students are all lined up. It is about to happen, guys. We are moments away from the commencement to begin. But in the meantime, I want to say hi to you because you want to say hi to somebody else. Tell me, who's out there?
I have my 5 children and my husband out there, and I want to say thank you for your support and your encouragement to make this possible. I love you guys.
Congratulations. What a great mom. And then you have family that are out of the country watching on our YouTube live stream.
Yeah, that's correct. So I want to say hi to my family out there, and I wish you guys to be here with you celebrating my graduation.
That's so nice. And you know, if you are watching on our YouTube live stream, please participate in our chat. We want to hear from you. Okay, so now there's some folks way out there. We can't get a shot of it, but I want to hear from you. Respiratory care, respiratory therapy, respiratory therapy. That's it. Okay. Very good. So now I want everyone to chant. I want everyone in the arena and everyone here in the exhibition hall to chant Pima. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Pima, 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 Pima. Come on, arena. Pima, louder. Let's go. Get pumped up. Woo! All right. We are trying to get the students and the arena all pumped up because these folks have studied so hard and they work so hard to get the degrees. So we want to have a little contest, and my friend Justin over here, he is going to be our judge, okay? So whoever's the loudest wins. It's going to be students versus arena. And arena, we can hear you, and so if we can't hear you, that means you're not being loud enough. So, on the count of 3, I want the arena to scream as loud as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3, arena! Woo! That was good. But I don't think Justin got there in enough time. So, arena, one more time and be louder. Ready? 1, 2, 3, arena! Okay, that was pretty good. All right, let's get Justin. Justin, you got to come back in here. All right, students, are you ready? Let's beat out the arena. Are you ready? Okay, you guys got your work cut out for you. 1, 2, 3, shout! I don't know, I'm gonna give you another chance. I'm gonna give you another chance. One more. You got to get a little bit louder. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody. That's we need to find out from Justin.
No contest. The students win!
Woo! Of course the students win. They always win. Okay. So, here comes they're going out and they're getting ready to go. So you guys have got to get so excited about this. Hi there, cool glasses.
Thank you.
How about you?
Hi.
Hi. Who do you want to say hi to?
My sister, Christine. Love you.
Aw, hi, Christine. How about you?
My family.
Who's your families? Name some names.
Vivi, Gigi, Benny, babies.
Love you.
Love my kids, Opal, Micah, my husband.
All right. So, like I mentioned, these students have worked so hard. So let's show them how proud they are. They're starting to walk out. So I want you guys in the arena to make sure that they hear you nice and loud when they walk out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, shout! Go, arena, shout! Everybody shout, get pumped up. Everybody, let's go, everybody. Woo! Come on, jump in the air, hands up. Let's go. Woo! Come on, arena. Let them hear you. Okay. That's it. And we are off to the show. Enjoy, everybody.
Please rise for the presentation of the colors and singing of the national anthem.
Stand by. Color guard. Carry colors. Forward march. Lift, right, lift, 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 right. Facing, turn, march. Prepare to post. Post. Colors. Ready, face. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arms. Ready, face. Forward, march.
Let's give our singer another round of applause. Welcome, good evening, buenas noches. I am Dr. Ian Rourke, and I am honored to serve as Acting Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs and Vice Chancellor of Workforce Development. And I have the distinct pleasure as serving as your host for this evening's activities. I want to extend a warm welcome to all of the families and guests who have joined us for the special welcome to the class of 2025. Commencement marks an important milestones in the lives of our students and all those gathered here today. The finish line of today is also the starting line for tomorrow. So while you graduates have completed an important milestone in your educational and life's journey, tonight only serves as not only serves as an endpoint, but as the beginning of countless new opportunities because of the milestones you have achieved. So take this moment to celebrate what you have accomplished, consider what you have learned, and prepare for an even greater journey ahead. As the author, Don Miguel Ruiz, reminds us in the book, The Four Agreements, be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make any assumptions, and always do your best. In doing so, the journey of life ahead of you may not always be easy, but in it, you will be successful because of what you have achieved here at Pima Community College and what you will use moving forward. So whether you intend to transfer to university, continue in the world of work, or both, embrace the journey and the challenge that you will be satisfied that you are going to be a difference maker in our community and also difference makers for our world. Commencement also provides an opportunity to recognize our outstanding faculty and staff who have provided the highest quality education and to make a positive difference in each of the lives of you. We are thankful for the wisdom, expertise, and care of our faculty who have guided you, who have taught you, and who have cared for you, and for the staff who have provided countless hours of support. Faculty and staff, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, faculty and staff. Now, let's look at some of our graduates in action.
go. Let's go.
We are so proud of you graduates. Isn't that the case? And now I would like to introduce you to the people joining me on stage tonight. As I introduce them, they will signal with a wave. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. I will begin with our governing board. If you like confetti, attend every single one of our board meetings because we do the same once a month. No, just kidding. Our governing board, Dr. Nicole Barasa, District 1. Ms. Kristen Ann Randall, District 3. Mr. Greg Taylor, Governing Board Chair, District 4. Ms. Carla Bernal Morales, Governing Board Vice Chair, District 5. Next, our Chancellor, Dr. Jeff Nassy. And while I said, do not applause, this is Dr. Nassy's first time at our graduation as our Chancellor. So let's give him a big Tucson and Southern Arizona welcome to our graduation. Pima Foundation President, Ms. Marcy Euler. Your commencement speaker, Ms. Alexandra Belford. And we also have the vice presidents of the campuses with us this evening. Dr. Aubrey Conover, Vice Chancellor for Campus Operations and representing the West Campus. Dr. Jade Bourne, Vice President of the East Campus. Dr. Brian Stewart, Vice President of the Northwest Campus. Mr. Edgar Soto, Vice President of the Desert Vista Campus. And Ms. Nina Corson, Vice President of the Downtown Campus. We also have Mr. Jeff Sylvan, General Counselor and Vice Chancellor for Legal Affairs. Dr. Irene Robles Lopez, Vice Chancellor for Student Experience. Dr. Morgan Phillips, Vice Chancellor for Academic Excellence. Dr. Dolores Duran Cerda, Vice Chancellor for Student Excellence and Community Engagement, and your faculty representative, Ms. Rita Lennon. Now, let's welcome all of them and give them a round of applause. This is going to be such a special evening for everybody, and we want you to enjoy every minute of it. We certainly understand the excitement of the occasion and your desire to share it with your families, friends, but also the world. Class of 2025, in just a few minutes, you are going to receive your certificates and/or degrees, and everyone else should get their cameras and phones ready to tweet, post, Instagram, stream, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, or however you share with the world. Please remember to share your memories and stories on Pima's social media outlets as well. Use the hashtag PimaGrad25 to join the celebration. We want the world to know about you and your success. We are all very proud of you and your accomplishments. Students, after you leave the stage, please return to your seats and remain so that you can cheer on the rest of your classmates as well. Once everyone has received their credential, Chancellor Nassy will formally confer your certificates and degrees, and you will move your tassel from the right to the left. At this time, I'd like to invite President of Pima's Foundation, Ms. Marcy Euler, to the podium.
Thank you, Provost Rourke. Good evening. In fact, it's a fantastic evening. Tonight is all about you. We are here to celebrate your successes and recognize your accomplishments at Pima Community College. On behalf of everyone associated with Pima Foundation and Pima alumni, congratulations. The class of 2025 is comprised of many unique individuals. If you're described in any of the following statements, we'd love to hear you cheer. So, make some noise if you came to Pima straight from high school. How about, are you the first in your family to attend college? Shout out if you worked full-time and attended classes. Wow. If you were in honors courses or participated in Phi Theta Kappa, let us hear you. How about those of you who returned to school after having a family? Did you get a scholarship while you attended Pima? To those of you who served our country before attending Pima Community College, please stand. Thank you for your service. Pima student athletes competed in 13 sports, with many teams and individuals competing in regional or national championships. Over 135 athletes are graduating tonight. Who's transferring to a four-year institution? And who is entering the workforce? All of you add to the fabric of Pima Community College and our region. To the family and friends who supported these learners during their educational journey, thank you. I am confident that your support made a world of difference. How about the graduates acknowledge those people who helped you arrive at graduation tonight? I am honored to lead Pima Foundation, the philanthropic partner of the college, and we are thrilled to welcome each and every one of you to Pima's alumni network as new graduates of Pima Community College. We hope you will proudly proclaim your allegiance to PCC at every opportunity. And when you are able, please consider making a gift to Pima Foundation to support the next generation of Pima student learners. Tonight, enjoy every moment of your celebration. As you embark on your next adventure, keep Pima Community College close to your heart. We are very proud of all of you. A quick shout out to Nicole Camacho, Melissa Shaw, and Thea Cromwell, 3 students I've gotten to know over the past year. Congratulations, alumni, felicidades graduados.
Thank you, Marcy. And now, I'd like to welcome our Chancellor, Dr. Jeffrey P. Nassy, for his remarks. Chancellor?
Thank you, Dr. Rourke. Good evening, Pima Community College. Let's hear it. Members of the governing board, distinguished guests, proud parents, families, and friends, our extraordinary faculty and staff, and most of all, the remarkable graduates of the class of 2025. Welcome. Good evening. What an honor it is to stand with you tonight to mark this incredible milestone. You are moving forward. You are shaping the future. You are writing the next chapter of Pima Community College's story. You represent what this college stands for: aspiration, resilience, and transformation. Change. Pima is about change and opportunity. And tonight, you are the very proof of what is possible. You grabbed that opportunity. You made that change happen. Congratulations. Before I go any further, I want to recognize the people who helped you get here. No one walks across this stage alone. Let us honor the mothers and fathers, the grandparents and guardians, friends, partners, husbands, wives, mentors, and all your loved ones and supporters who lifted you up when you needed it most. Graduates, join me in giving them a heartfelt round of applause. That's right, you're amazing. Whether you came to Pima straight out of high school, returned to college after years away, or balanced your education with full-time work, caregiving, or other responsibilities, you have shown the world what grit looks like. This is why I love community college students, because you're tough, you're resilient, you have met obstacles with focus, you have chosen purpose over ease, and you have proven that when determination meets opportunity, real change happens. Let us be clear, this is more than just a graduation ceremony. This is a transformation ceremony. Graduates, you have been stretched, challenged, tested, and it has not been easy, and it shouldn't be. This is what education is supposed to do. Education should shake us a little. It should challenge us. It should push us beyond what's comfortable, because comfort doesn't grow us, discomfort does. Growth demands that we take risks, that we get uncomfortable. It means asking hard questions of ourselves, being open to feedback and criticism, and showing up when we'd rather quit. It is uncomfortable to prepare for a test, fail a test, and then retake it. It is uncomfortable to rewrite a paper, to start over. It's uncomfortable to learn new skills. It's uncomfortable to speak up in class, or uncomfortable to apply for a job that you're not sure you'll get. And every one of those uncomfortable moments is a marker of progress, a sign that you are growing. Graduates, you will undoubtedly get lots of advice and hear lots of quotes today. So let me have the opportunity to share with you one of my all-time favorites, often attributed to Nelson Mandela, the great leader from South Africa. The quote goes, "I never lose. I either win or learn." That is the mindset of a lifelong learner. That is the mindset of a leader. And that is the mindset I hope you carry forward. You know, our world today is constantly evolving, where technology advances, industries shift, markets and economies are being refined daily. Being willing to stay uncomfortable, to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and to keep learning may be your most valuable skill. Remember, graduates, you will never lose. You will either win or learn. You know, too often people see community colleges simply as a stepping stone, a temporary stop for real success. But at Pima, we see this very differently. We see Pima Community College as a proving ground, a place where real life happens in real time, where you are balancing jobs, raising families, caring for others, while still showing up for yourselves. This is what you've done. This is what we are celebrating tonight. This is not just your academic achievements, but your strength, your courage, and your refusal to give up. Thank you for showing us, thank you for showing others how to persist and keep getting after it. Give yourself a round of applause. Graduates, as you move into your next chapter, whether that is more education, a new career, launching a business, or something else, remember a few things. One, you don't know everything. You know a lot, but you don't know everything. In fact, none of us do. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you do not know. And that's okay. Just stay open-minded, stay curious, stay a little uncomfortable, and never stop learning. Learning does not end when you get your degree handed out later this evening. It keeps us relevant. It helps us adapt. It gives depth to our relationships and meaning to our work. We hear a lot about discovering our true self, or this idea of being true to ourselves. But it is the struggle, the learning, the pressing through adversity that helps you become your best self. So do not hold back, graduates. Do not leave anything on the field of life. Embrace failure as part of the learning process. Take risks. Embrace the adversities. That is how we grow. Class of 2025, you are not just graduates. You are leaders. Leaders for your families, your neighborhoods, your industries, and your communities. You have the power to inspire, to elevate, to change lives. Not someday, but today, and we need you. So hold your head high, walk across the stage knowing that you are the embodiment of resilience. You are the spirit of this community. You are the future. You have been forged on the proving ground that is Pima Community College. We believe in you. We are so proud of you. And wherever your journey takes you, keep learning. And remember, you will always be part of our Pima family. Congratulations, class of 2025. This is just the beginning. Keep winning and keep learning. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Nassy. Pima is full of so many stories that anyone you could share on how you have persevered to earn your degree. We are also anxious to see where you go from here and what you do with your certificates, your degrees, and the knowledge and skills that you have earned and learned here at Pima. Tonight, one of your classmates is going to share her story, and it is my pleasure to introduce her at this time. Alexandra Marie Belford is a high honors graduate receiving an Associate of Arts in Liberal Arts degree. Born in Ohio and raised here in Arizona, her diverse background and leadership in community service have fueled her commitment to pursuing a career in international human rights law. Alexandra has been a champion for ADA compliance, served in multiple volunteer leadership roles, and worked in direct care services, all while excelling academically. Her plans to continue her education at a four-year university in Connecticut, followed by law school, with aspirations to one day open her own law firm. Please help me welcome your student speaker, Alexandra Belford.
feel great to sit in your seats in this environment of success? I know these chairs are not the comfiest, so I promise not to break Senator Cory Booker's 25-hour filibuster record. We are here as successful graduates who have overcome the high demands of our educational adventure. We are different, but together, like a box of diverse crayons. And we've created a united community of support and love for the graduating class of 2025. That seat you're in wasn't given to you. You earned it through grit and resilience. For those who don't know me, I'm not AOC. However, I am Alexandra Marie Belford. Thank you to Dr. Rook for introducing me. I'd like to invite you all to take a moment of silence for two individuals who devoted their lives to public service. Former Arizona Congressman Raul Grijalva, who left us on March 13th, and Pope Francis, who passed on April 21st. Now, let me tell you a bit about my journey. I know what success feels like because I have inhaled the putrid smell of disappointment. I was born a miracle baby. I was exposed to dangerous substances as a fetus. The birth mother who secretly had me also placed me up for adoption. I was soon adopted at 5 months by my family sitting over there. Along with other challenges, I entered this world with a cleft lip and palate. It was expected for me to struggle in my learning endeavors. I was told by primary learning institutions and faculties that I didn't have the skills to succeed. Throughout school, I faced bullying for my appearance and my speech impediment. Nevertheless, I own my high school diploma despite needing special education services. By the time I graduated high school, I felt lost, unsure of what road to take. My dad kept saying, "Why don't you go to college? You can do it." I struggled with the nagging voices of my past telling me, "You can't do it. College isn't for you." Tired of hearing these ghosts of my past haunting me and not talking about you, ghost, my dog. I enrolled at Pima Community College 15 years later. Today, I stand before you, not only graduating with high honors and the first generation of my biological side, but delivering my first public speech as the quiet one who sits in the back. Despite all those challenges. Not too bad for an unskilled rising scholar. As former President George W. Bush once said, "They misunderestimated me, am I right?" What's next? Well, in the fall, I plan to relocate to Connecticut to complete my undergraduate studies in political science and human rights. After owning my bachelor's degree, I plan to attend law school, own my JD, and ultimately become an international human rights lawyer. I want to advocate for people who may not be able to do so themselves. I've already gotten a taste of this experience right here in Tucson. I have been involved as a representative for the residents of an apartment complex who were exposed to a prolonged period with no hot water and gas leaks. Fortunately, I was able to effect change. In addition, I facilitated the correction of an apartment complex where they failed to adhere to federal law for people with disabilities. The complex has been resolving the non-compliant ADA issues and making it more inclusive for all. I have a strong sense of justice. As Senator Booker stated in his famous speech, it's not about Democrats or Republicans, but right and wrong. Success in life goes far beyond mere academic achievements. It is shaped by deeper qualities and connections that pave the way for fulfillment. I have identified a few qualities that enhance success. Perseverance. This is the unwavering determination to never stop, never give up, regardless of the obstacles we face. Even when the path gets tough, we must keep going. Remember, easy street goes right through the sewers, as the legendary coach John Madden once said. We must believe in ourselves and the skills we have developed from childhood onwards. We have the foundations to succeed despite all the world's challenges, empowered by our abilities to overcome adversity. Secondly is passion. Our strong feelings about something drive us forward. We made it this far because we are passionate. Next, I want to highlight support. Our families, our neighbors, friends, staff, faculty, and pets provide the stability and strength we need on our journeys. John Darnay once wrote, "No man is an island," reminding us of the urgent need for love, unification, and efforts to create a world where understanding and peace prevail, rather than racial, social, and global division. We must practice kindness to bring this about volunteerism and philanthropy. Good deeds inspire others. They build empathy and help bridge the gaps dividing us. We, the people, must remain strong and united. It is counterproductive to hide in our homes and avoid engaging with our neighbors. We must foster those connections. Am I my brother's keeper? The answer is simply yes. Diversity empowers us to accept all races, perspectives, and individuals for who they are. Equality, inclusion, and accessibility are crucial. They create environments where everyone feels welcome and respected, while removing barriers for individuals of all abilities. As the late Congressman John Lewis wisely said, "Get into good trouble." Lastly, technology. As we adapt a high-tech world, it's vital to remember the essentials such as honoring and remembering that technology should serve us, not the other way around. For example, I used a smart pen and software while at PCC, which helped me overcome challenges to learning. Going forward, I plan on leveraging technology to enhance not only my academic progress, but within my professional career.
I encourage you to mindfully find ways of using technology to boost your learning and work experience, rather than technology majoring in you. Something about artificial intelligence, it's not more authentic than Alexandra's intelligence. As we stand on the threshold to our future, let's carry forward the spirit of innovation and resilience that has brought us here today. We are the architects of change, equipped with creativity and purpose. Let's forge a path towards sustainability, empathy, and a brighter tomorrow together. Just as the humble Abraham Lincoln said in his speech, stand with anybody that stands right. Stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. So let's rise as one, armed with our dreams and determination. Let's equip future generations with tools of success and instill the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Graduates of the class of 2025, the time is now. Enough shining the light on me. Let us leave this place as individuals committed to crafting a common future where all can thrive. Congratulations. Exciting times await. Let's stand our Aztecs up and make that someday today as we walk across the stage and make history. Hallelujah.
I'm going to go a little bit off script, just a little. Thinking about Dr. Nassi's speech and the importance of being uncomfortable, and having had the honor to hear this for the second time today from Alexandra, we got to run through it earlier, and she was uncomfortable. Alexandra, you hit a home run, and you have definitely grown. Let's give her another hand of applause. Thank you, Alexandra, for those wonderful words. Now, I think that your family and friends are in section 103. Let's take a moment to acknowledge them as well. Alexandra, on behalf of Pima Community College, it is my honor to present you with this plaque and a present as a gift and a token of our deep appreciation. Your words tonight inspired and reflected the spirit of perseverance, purpose, and pride that define this class of 2025. This gift serves as a lasting reminder of the impact you've made, not only as our commencement speaker this evening, but as a leader and advocate within our college community. Thank you, Alexandra, for representing Pima with such passion and grace. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Members of the board, Chancellor Nassi, on behalf of the faculty, I am pleased to present the candidates for graduation and certify that each has satisfied the requirements for 5,983 degrees and certificates at Pima Community College. Graduates, please come forward for the presentation of degrees and certificates.
Alexandra Marie Belford, and her faithful companion Ghost. Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Ashley Ann Rollins, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal, Honors.
Jameson Darrell Truax, Associate of Applied Science, Hospitality Leadership. Zaida Franco, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Melissa Sestiega Dorazo, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Medel. Nick Medel Yorgulis, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Rodolfo Robinson Bors, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Daniel Justin Morris, Certificate, Electrician.
Sydney E. DeZino, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal.
Sandalia G. Perez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Karina Kujenlikova, Associate of Science, Science, Highest Honors.
Ryan Mark Cosme, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, Highest Honors.
Juan Pedro Saavedra, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Carmencita Rousseau, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting.
Rafael Castro Noriega, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Heidi Jocelyn Pelayo, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting.
Roberto Alfonso Navarro Bocanegra, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Brittany Ann Godwin, Certificate, Early Childhood Assistant Educator.
Alice Rukakira Ahishakir, Associate of Science, Science.
Frances Isabella Tiznado, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Teresa M. Tuttle, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Daniel Gerardo Chavarria Minera, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Maurice Lorenzo Robinson, Ajax Certification, Science.
Sarah Monique Rodriguez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Gabriela G. Alegria, Certificate, Basic Business and Human Resources.
Arthur James Jones Pearson, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Game and Simulation.
Anna Ruby, Associate of Applied Science, Hospitality Leadership.
Enrique Palomino Figueroa, Certificate, Aircraft Airframe Mechanics.
Edna Ciuli Amberlina S. Faivai, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Tatiana Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
Raiden Alexis Lopez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Julian Moraes Carter Carvalho, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense.
Reina Alexandra Pacheco, Certificate, Practical Nurse.
Herbert Cooper, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense, Honors.
Estela del Carmen Chavez, Certificate, Practical Nurse.
Amber Crystal Owens, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
McKinley Joe Sterling, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Shayana Lachey Nagy, Certificate, IT Support Specialist, and Little Guest.
Pavarti Hanasperi, Liberal Arts.
Krista Lee Mathis, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Joshua Caleb Bass, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology, Honors.
Andrea Renee Valles, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ryan John Bowman, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense, High Honors.
Carlos Guzman Amavisca, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts and Simulation.
Frank M. Soto, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer Analyst.
Samantha Nicole Terry, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology, Honors.
Michael Craig, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
Zarius Morgan, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology.
John Ambrose Clark, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technology.
Ryan Jacob Spry, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology.
Jose Valencia, Certificate, Plumber.
Guadalupe Dolores Martinez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Thank you. Sarahi Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Ariana Armenta Welding, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense.
Christina D. Partida Mendoza, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing, Honors.
Michelle Louise Malinowski, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Kristen M. Dangle, Associate of Applied Science, Justice Professions, Honors.
Vanessa Lynn Frable, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jason K. Emmons, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technologies, highest honors.
Tor Douglas Knitter, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
John Curtis Stuckey, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technologies, highest honors.
Kaylee Stockton, Associate of Science, Science.
Alyssa Ann Boudreau, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
John Paul Bogdanovich, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication, honors.
Evelyn Lobert, Post-Degree Certificate, Paralegal.
Marcos Gomez Weatherwich, Associate of General Studies, General Studies.
Eliseli Alamea, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal.
Mariah Kaylee Murphy, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Daniela Yvonne Marker, Post-Degree Certificate, Paralegal.
Mohammed Samim Alakawaze, Certificate, IT Support Technician.
Chica Romanos Nuevo, Associate of Business, Business Administration, high honors.
Terrell Amari Hall, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Alakai Jerome Budanga, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Marie Perez, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer Analyst, honors.
Sagan Rose Frisky, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Javier Rogel, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Game and Simulation.
Ivan Marina Randermi Haja, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Logan Jean Miller, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Kiva Hoa, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Rebecca Ray Cupel, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Ashwaki Kardoff, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design.
Michael Donald Hawley, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies, Honors.
Anay Aguilar Delgadillo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Carly Crosby, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
Acacia Chambers, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts, Honors.
Sophia Rose Rodriguez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Osli Danira Martinez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Daniel Edwin Guerrero, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Cassandra Giselle Sandoval, AJAX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Alyssa Hernandez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Assam Mazairi, Certificate, Fitness Professional.
Luis Sanchez Jimenez, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Myra Josephine Norton, Associate of Applied Science, Networking Cyber Defense, highest honors, IT Support Specialist, IT Support Technician.
And please pardon this interruption, but those guests at the top that are not in a seat, if you could please find a seat or we may get shut down by the fire marshal. So those that have not yet found a seat, please find a seat, there are plenty, or else we risk getting shut down by the fire marshal.
Sarah Ann Dicochea, Certificate, Medical Billing and Coding.
Jerusalem De Vero, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, Honors.
Emma Karen Grasham, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician, Honors.
Carlton Earl Wilson, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense, High Honors.
Adelina Nola Miranda, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
And I forgot to put my honors in there.
Okay. Tierno M. Diallo, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, Honors.
Kelly Winter Duke, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Dejono Isaac Apejanu, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
Julio Orozco Sky, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, Honors.
Vincent Spagnola, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Fechi Merole, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Annabelle Elizabeth Cummings, AJAX Certification, Liberal Arts, Associate of Performing Arts.
Neilani Renee Bracamonte, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Fabian Andre Tachin, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Honors.
Nancy Tran, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Aislinn Annabelle McGrath, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Shanoa Lashai Wingard, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Kevin D., Certificate, Medical Billing and Coding.
Abigail Rain Adkins, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Alan Soria Galvarro, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
Michelle Ann Wheely, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Kyle David Roy, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Josue Dicochea, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Zachary Christian Esinas, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Nicole Camacho, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Carlos Alejandro Jauregui, Peña, Certificate HVACR Technician.
Itziana Litzet Romo, Ajax Certification, Liberal Arts.
Kayla Alyssa Rodriguez, Ajax Certification, Business.
Miguel Angel Romo, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
Alexis Rodriguez Villarreal, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Ashley Talavera, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Berenice Lorta, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, High Honors.
Hector A. Rodriguez, Certificate, Field Archaeology.
Kaylee Alide, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Luis E. Pardo, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense.
Felicia Lee Marin, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Eva Paulina Arvizo Miranda, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Jasmine Hong T. Tran, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, High Honors.
Olivia Naomi Maihuta, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Lauren Renee Puskovich, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Highest Honors.
Melissa Duarte Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Delaney Bollinger, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Christina Lydia Noperi, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Angela Jimenez Chavez, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Selena Gabrielle Klepper, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Ashley Jimenez, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Kayla Marie Amarillas, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Claudia J. Ainsa, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Hanukkah Wanzek, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Jonas Ramirez Elardo, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Alexia Chapman, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Jaylene Rodriguez, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Christina Argenziano, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Lisette Angelica Velasquez, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Camila Perez, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Rebecca K. Ortiz, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Aubrey Jones Totten, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Austin G. Molina, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Anders Setterberg, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Jeanne Lisel Morales, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Gina Figueredo, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Allison Ashlyn Hepler, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Nayeli Sanchez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Sienna H. Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Monique Gutierrez, Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Christine Y. Cramblett, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors.
Harley Marie Pujol, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Michaela Nicole Lubrano, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene.
Anthony Edward Sanchez Jr., Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Michelle Ruby Osterbahn, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Isabella Nicole Haragi, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Renee Sean Francis Desmarais, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, highest honors.
Harmony Janessa Scott, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Reagan Lee Murphy, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technology, honors.
Robert Matov Matawi, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Naima Jeanette Reyes, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Sabrina Marilyn Reed, Certificate Dental Assisting Education.
Adrian Luis Valencia, Associate of Science, Science.
Katrina Trey Brower, Certificate Dental Assisting Education.
Luke Patrick DiConcini, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Zena Jean Dyke, Certificate Dental Assisting Education.
Christine M. Bates, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Sandra Rodriguez, Certificate Dental Assisting Education.
Josephine Frances Isabella O'Connor, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Yasmin Amber Moreno, Certificate Dental Assisting Education.
Melissa K. Shaw, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Guadalupe Traslaviña, Certificate Dental Assisting Education.
Nizeth Aglai Rodriguez, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Derek Machado Gomez, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician, honors.
Jasmine Guadalupe Garcia, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Elizabeth Renee Gastelum, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Mariam Tasnim Gonzalez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Brianna Morgan, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Brendan Wayne Mask, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Vanessa Hicks, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Brian Sarabia Zamorin, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication, highest honors.
Alexia Amaya, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Hayden Yates, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Journey Mackenzie Taylor, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician.
Felix Ricardo Vargas, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication, honors.
Karina Natividad, Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technician, honors.
Nicholas Allen Taylor, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, highest honors.
Mariana Gonzalez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Isabel Lorena Wadley, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Karina Diaz Ruiz, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Giselle Velasco, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Joel Antonio Vargas, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Gino Vasquez, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, high honors.
Alicia Amelia Flores, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Morgan Thomas Rascon, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Robert Henry Hess, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Jacqueline Giselle Castro Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, honors.
Zachary Robert Grant, Associate of Business, Business Administration, highest honors.
Michael T. Forney, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, honors.
Luis Alexander Sanchez.
Chase Thomas Felt, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Luis Alexander Sanchez Borer, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology.
Michaela Marie Terry, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Marco Antonio Cañez Frias, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, highest honors.
Samantha Nomi Bustamante, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Diana Bustamante, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology.
Rachel Christine Reed, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, high honors.
Vanessa M. Villalobos, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology.
Jose Andres Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Roberto Armando Estrada, Certificate Emergency Medical Technology.
Sofia Lopez, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Jerry Jones III, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology, honors.
Aaron Chanel Grady, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, honors.
Adonica Monet Munoz, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Nadine M. Hutchinson, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Gustavo Valverde, Certificate Automotive Mechanics.
Angela S. Herron, Certificate, Hotel and Restaurant Management.
Julissa Valencia, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Andres Leonardo Zavala Cajada, Associate of Science, Science.
Melissa Olson Clayton, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Mohammed Kataf, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer Analyst.
Isabel H. Dahlman, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education.
Anas Alboke, Certificate, IT Support Technician.
Zach Nilsson, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Carlos Omar Alcantar, Associate of Applied Science, Aviation Technology.
Crystal Viviana Heppy, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Charles A. Escobar, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Nasser Shaheen, Associate of Applied Science, Aviation Technology, honors.
Omar Badillo Gonzalez, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Alice M. Six, Associate of Science, Science.
Immaculate Mutongi, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Angus Vincent Wenzel, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Maria Melchora Kokoro, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Janet Onchimbo, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Brooklyn N. Tovar, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Irene Sacayo, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Emma Long, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Joshua Devin Mansfield, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technologies, honors.
Stephanie Duarte Valdez, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Nathan John Ferry, Associate of Science, Science.
Lindsay Marie Murphy, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Albert Romero, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Game and Simulation.
Etelvina Gonzalez Carrillo, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Timothy Mulholland, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design.
Arina Iriktova, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care.
Yana Aiken, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts.
Krista Elizabeth Westover, Associate of Applied Science, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, high honors.
Joel Abdiel Baez, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Jacqueline Barnes, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Chloe Elizabeth Coolidge, Certificate, Basic Business.
Is this your card? Yeah, okay. Veronica Sandoval, Associate of General Studies, General Studies. Thank you.
Jessica Hernandez, Associate of Science, Science.
Thea Marie Cromwell, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technology.
Ana Maria Vasquez, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies, Honors.
Mirna V. Karam, Certificate, Medical Billing and Coding.
Alyssa Brittany Gradias, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Mariana Jasmine Moreno, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
Yanitza Andrea Garcia, AJEC Certification, Business.
Fatima Lisbeth Sevilla Rivera, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Angel Mixales Lizarraga, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology.
Al-Sharaya Mahadath, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Lindsay Renee Weaver, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Celia Guadalupe Martinez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Waylon Early Clark, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design, High Honors.
Laura M. Jones, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Mia Adela Pena, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Felicia Renee Hampton, AJAC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Troy Eric Kiefer, Associate of Applied Science, Aviation Technology.
Jacqueline Adriana Portugal, Certificate, Practical Nurse.
Michael Jerome Shivers, Certificate, IT Support Technician.
Marlene Chang, Certificate, Practical Nurse.
Khadija Rahimi, Certificate, IT Technician.
Diego Rivera, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Kaya Bukonzo, Certificate, IT Technician.
Louis Richard Short, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Alexis Luong, Certificate, Architectural Technician, Honors.
Anthony Ezequiel Salido Chavez, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Benjamin Penner, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design, Honors.
Deborah Lee St. Aubin, Associate of Applied Science, Hospitality Leadership, Highest Honors.
Marcos Fernando Lopez, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design.
Jacqueline Emmanuel, Post-Degree Certificate, Clinical Research Professional.
Julian Jose Mesa, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design.
Diana Knopfel, Post-Degree Certificate, Clinical Research Professional.
Augustin Jed Chico, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design.
Elissa Miriam Magons, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Davia Naomi Henry, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Joshua Haynes, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, High Honors.
Francisco Javier Rios, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Lorena Maria Kamai, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Tristan Ray Pantoja, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Saina Mahir Rajab Al-Qadari, Associate of Science, Science.
Megan Kate Hoffman, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Perla Gomez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Cameron Slanina, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Diana Patricia Villalobos, Certificate, Human Resources.
Brooklyn Ray Linden, Associate of Applied Science, Clinical Research Coordinator.
Daniel Alejandro Quijada, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology, Honors.
Kimberly Marie Avila, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
Victor Tan, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology.
Victoria Nicole Lopez, Associate of Science, Science, High Honors.
Annalise Suarez, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology.
Rain Reed Stanley, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Isaac Samuel Marquez, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology.
Ariana Isela Tolano, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Priscilla Samantha Molina, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology.
Miguel Angel Ledesma Camacho, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology, High Honors.
Alexandria Rose Ochaldus, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology, High Honors.
Tiffany Hemmer, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Leah Ivana Lewis, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technologies.
Antoinette Monique Chavis, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Denisa Pero, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Edward Hay Kun Jion, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Nicole Lorena Felix, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Katie Solivong, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, Highest Honors.
Sarah Gil La Madrid, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jacob Francisco Levas, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, Highest Honors.
Francisco Guerrero Lerma, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Adrian J. Martin, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, Highest Honors.
Alejandro Hernandez Jr., Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense.
Brendan Matthew Edwards, Associate of Science, Science.
Alberto Montoya, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Matthew Robert Ruiz, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Morgan J. Kalinowski, Associate of Business, Business Administration, High Honors.
Caden Gray Bratland, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Highest Honors.
Isabel J. Alsasua, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Larissa M. Madril Rivera, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ruby Kubat, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Joseph Lee Severin, Certificate, Basic Welding.
Kenya Itzel Coronado, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies, Highest Honors.
Jared Thomas Iveson, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Haley Nicole Bryan, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Michael Alexander Rodriguez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Leobardo Daniel Herrera, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts.
Jessica Marie Plum, Associate of Science, Applied Science, Paralegal, Honors.
Jose Antonio Davila, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
Whitney Lee Wakefield, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal, High Honors.
Isaiah Fausto Egan, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal.
Ricardo Alfonso Avila Dominguez, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Samantha Flynn, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Amanda Danielle Owen, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Griffin Cotas, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Lisa Giovanna Peralta, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Stephanie Summers Swassel, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Abel Cabrera, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Lorena Andrea Perotti, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, Highest Honors.
Anais Camacho, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Luis Vasquez, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Maria de Los Angeles Espinoza Vasquez, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology Honors.
Michael Raymond Beltran, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Brianna Alexa Anderson, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Hatsue G. Denojian, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Lauren May Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Andres Alonso Galaviz Sr., AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Ana Carla Zamora, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology Honors.
Mariah Anessa Trejo, Certificate, Medical Assistant.
Manuel Alejandro Medina, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Stephanie Elena Garcia, Certificate, Medical Assistant.
Christopher Thomas Heemeyer, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Felix Gom, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Game and Simulation.
Absalom Valenzuela III, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Alejandro Diaz, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Honors.
Daniel T. Kepler, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Jennifer Peterman, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Mai Chi Win, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology.
Nancy Elizabeth Owens, Associate of General Studies, Honors.
Gabriela Ruby Lorta Rojas, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Andrew Carl Brantley, Certificate, Field Archaeology, Highest Honors.
Anaísa de la Torre, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal.
Jaco Kaplan, Certificate, Field Archaeology, Highest Honors.
Karel Arguelas, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Isidro Candelaria, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Jessica Meadows, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Zachary Bruner, Associate of Science, Science.
Vanessa Cherie Lynn, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Alan J. Cruz, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ana Karen Moreno, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Holly K. Leffler, Post-Degree Certificate, Paralegal.
Kate Valdenegro, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Isabella Albornoz, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal, Honors.
Luz Madai Ramirez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ivy Munger, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film and Arts and Animation, Honors.
Paola Moreno, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Game and Simulation.
Ana Camila Mojica, Certificate, Phlebotomy.
Hayden Charles Pyatt, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Stephanie Marie Aguila, Certificate, Phlebotomy.
Jacob Allen Haley, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Ariana Datzel Noperi Alvarez, Certificate, Human Resources.
Trishelle R. Hill, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology.
Estevan Infante, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Kima Lorraine Johnson, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Michael Joseph Parisa, Associate of Science, Science.
Joshua R. Duron, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Lucy Marie Diaz Mesa, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Megan Lynn Quattlebaum, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Victoria Alicia Heron, Certificate, Medical Assistant.
Nevea Covarrubias, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Mary McDavid Brooks, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Itza Nitzel Mendez Jimenez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Kennedy Ann Neiman, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Seth Riley Aon, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
Reese Mackenzie Neiman, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Christina Lynn Curry Russell, Associate of Science, Science, High Honors.
Rory Grace Hoffmeyer, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Michelle Ramirez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Amelie Bufil Gutierrez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Bruce H. Donahue, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Catherine Grace Burns, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Thelma Lauren Moore, Associate of General Science, General Studies, PTK, Highest Honors.
Annalise C. Holthaus, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Rebecca Rachel Damchen, Associate of Business, Business Administration, High Honors.
Matanat C. Vital, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Arias Reyes, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication, Highest Honors.
Solana McDougall, Associate of Business, Business Administration, High Honors.
Danae A. Santa Cruz, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Gabriela Raquel Sanchez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Breanne Baker, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Sarah Louise Mayer, Associate of Science, Science, Highest Honors.
Ariana Page Cordova, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Amanda Elizabeth Messimer, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Julia Lauren Foltz, Ajax Certification, Liberal Arts.
Marissa Vivaldo, Associate of Science, Science.
Micaela Maria Catalina Lopez, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Gina Renee Stangalini, Associate of Applied Science, Business, High Honors.
Gloria Montaño, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Benjamin Depew, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Jennifer Luz Lopez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ranjina Ramazani, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Ismela Risu, Associate of Science, Science.
Wajma Ramazani, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
Josephine Sunshine Herndon, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, Honors.
Naomi Garcia Rodriguez, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology.
Liliana Elizabeth Melvin, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, highest honors.
Patricia Sierras, Associate of Applied Science, Social Services, honors.
Eric Lee Bishop, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, highest honors.
Raylan Dominique Salazar, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Elias Elijah Orduño, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Leslie Veronica Casaneda, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
Lillian Margaret Wood, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Morgan Lynn Patterson, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Eliseo Diego Moreno, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Marie E. Hanlon, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology.
Yendi Lisette Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Jaylee Yellowhair, Associate of Science, Science.
Autumn L. Kensley, Associate of Applied Science, Clinical Research Coordinator, highest honors.
Kaylee Yellowhair, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Julianne Oliveira, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Monique Andrea Bustamante, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Zion Kanye Harris, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset, honors.
Desiree Lynn Cornell, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Gabrielle Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, honors.
Aubrey Lynn Bridges, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Diana Laura Almada, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Cynthia G. Mata, Post-Degree Certificate, Paralegal.
Alyssa Michelle Perez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Adriel Seth Paulus Reyna, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Mariah Charlize Cruz, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Desiree M. Lopez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Arturo Salvador Tello, Associate of Science, Science.
Zahira Noor Charette, Associate of Science, Science, honors.
Ella Belen Alred, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Darren E. Barton, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, honors.
Noah Dualaby, Associate of Applied Science, Networking Cyber Defense.
Jonathan D. Dumas, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Jumana Babyloni, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Jay John, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Rasul Aboud, Associate of Science, Science.
Sean Leonard Christ, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts, honors, heading to ASU.
Curtis A. Matthew, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
Caleb S. Bailey, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Luke Aaron Rayner, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts, highest honors.
Victoria Simone Ware, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, highest honors.
Josephine Elizabeth Lynch, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Thomas M. Raitano Eduardo, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, highest honors.
Lorena Hernandez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Miranda Michelle Santa Cruz, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, high honors.
Lilia Tassinari, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Alexandra A. Warner, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Ashlyn Louise Taylor, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Gary Weaver, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, honors.
Jose Lopez Acevedo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ethan Alcala, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Rhiannon Molina, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Delaney Faith Rath, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jackson Murphy Coons, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Riley Noel Brady, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Roberto Espinoza, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Justin Nathaniel Domogowski, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Adolfo Richard Madrid, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Devin Dean Harrison, Associate of Applied Science, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, highest honors.
Pablo Alam Roman, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Thorne J. Perry, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Gabriel Trejo, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Cameron Edwards, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, honors.
Alejandro Orendain Contreras, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset, honors.
Jasmine Payanes, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Carlos Nido, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Ray Ramon Rivas Valdez, Certificate IT Support Specialist.
Travis Bank, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset, honors.
Stephanie Marie Figueroa, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
Angel Felipe Rojas, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Karen Potucek, Certificate Accounting Bookkeeping.
Christopher M. Schultz, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, high honors.
Kanisha Fortune Teshu, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing, honors.
Peter De La Cruz, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset, high honors.
Sainab Sabir, Associate of Science, Science.
Anthony Bracamonte, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset, honors.
Dorsa Mayod, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Danielle Perez, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset.
Bodie Parker, Associate of Applied Science, Welding.
Miguel Enrique Cortez, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Ford Asset, high honors.
Tyler Anthony Candito, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Joshua Glenn Harrison, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Jesus Osmar Valenzuela, Certificate Automotive Mechanics.
Pascasia Baraka Vrira, Certificate Medical Billing and Coding.
Mariana Hernandez, Certificate Therapeutic Massage.
Rebecca Ursul, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Kenya Nerita Marquez Antelo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Danielle Elise Lopez, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Andrew Martinez, Associate of Science, high honors.
Solinda Fone, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Thomas Rex, Associate of Applied Science, Computer-Aided Design, honors.
Marlon Luna, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, honors.
Austin James Briseño, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technology, high honors.
Chinyonrem Anyanmu, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Viere Clouvier Villanueva, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, High Honors.
Ray Lee Valenzuela, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Viere Jarek Villanueva, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, Honors.
Aiden Robert Daigle, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Avery Brandon Frejolet, Associate of Science, Science.
Catherine Aaliyah Mendez, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Nadine Sonia Decker, Associate Post-Degree Certificate, Special Education Endorsement.
Josephine Nicole Martinez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Tarera Cavari, Associate of Applied Science, Hospitality Leadership.
Cindy Vianney Munoz Lopez, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Aided Design, High Honors.
Michael A. Gonzalez, Associate of General Studies, General Studies.
Dale James Snook, Certificate, Phlebotomy.
Alice Aliyah Wyatt, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Ren Wozencraft, Associate of Science, Science, High Honors.
Jasmine Elaine Andesco, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Danielle Quiroga Romero, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Jordan Allen Kortner, Associate of General Studies, General Studies.
Jocelyn Acosta, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Nasir Dwayne Tucker, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Monica Dominguez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jalea Renee Spellman Collins, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Julio Cesar Rojo, AJEC Certification, Business.
Jimmy Moody Radcliffe, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Jacob Frankie, Associate of Applied Science, Hospitality Leadership, Honors.
Katisha L. DeBerry, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Kai Jitoa Owara, Associate of Applied Science, Aviation Technology.
Naomi Paulette Huelna, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts and Fashion Design, Honors.
Tyler Griffin Sepalak, Associate of Applied Science, Networking Cyber Defense, Honors.
Maria M. Rivas, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jimmy Davis Saxton III, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Frohar Akbri, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Nikita Rubilane Orocho, Certificate, Therapeutic Massage.
Anna Marie Hageman, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Maria Carolina Aramburo, Associate of Science, Science.
Gabriel Alejandro Nunez, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, Honors.
Kenya Yesenia Licea, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Joshua Illustrate Malone, Associate of Science, Science.
Spencer M. Topol, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Congratulations. Gabriela A. Martinez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Hakima Ismail Adukadir, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Genesis Naomi Ruiz, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, highest honors.
Mylin Ho, Associate of Business, Business Administration, highest honors.
Graciela Castro Alvarez, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology.
Ivan Daniel Romo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Luis R. Valenzuela, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense, Honors.
Trista Michelle Brady, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Matthew Drivenstein, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Mario Alexandro Barba, Associate of Applied Science, Justice Professions.
Clara Vianney Hernandez, Associate of Applied Science, Clinical Research Coordinator.
Kevin Angel Emmanuel Salazar, Certificate Electrician.
Cordelia Ann Daniels Renteria, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Rachel Angeles, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Lisbeth Villa, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Fabiola Afantanzo Guimau, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Nayeli Angelica Montante, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Luis Andrea Lopez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Tanya Natasha Garnett, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Alicia Irene Carbajal, Certificate Translation and Interpretation Studies.
Martina Guadalupe Mendez Valenzuela, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Andrew West Blandon, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation, High Honors.
Noeli Legas, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Luisa L. Castaneda, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Valeria Berenice Figueroa, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Nayeli Oyuki Gastelum, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Raimundo de Nojian, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Noemi Soto, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Daniel Alejandro Leprada, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
Rachel Anel Alvarez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Brene Smith Shires, Associate of Science, Science.
Yasmin Soria, AJEX Certification, Science.
Roxanne Yashuda Oliveira, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer Analyst, Highest Honors.
Luis Antonio Aguilar, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Angelina Beatriz Medina, Certificate Medical Assistant.
Keon Beckwith, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication, Honors.
Desiree Marie Landeros, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies, Honors.
Mireya Cruz Arantes, Certificate, Basic Logistics and Supply Chain Management.
Stanley Ray Candlish, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Edna Marie Morando, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Christian A. Angundes, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Jennifer Fiol, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Abdurrahim Dahir Koshin, AJEX Certification, Science.
Lori Amanda Maldonado, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ryan W. Webb, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, Honors.
Santiago H. Mata, AJEX Certification.
Jillian Zane Smith, Associate of Science, Science Honors.
Aurora Jade Vandriel, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology.
Christina Schiflet, Certificate IT Support Specialist Honors.
Shaddai Demarath Shanti, Associate of Science, Science.
Sean Patrick Connolly, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Jair Isaac Escarrega, Associate of Science, Science.
Jalia Noel Warren, Associate of Science, Science Honors.
Grace Angelica Garcia, Associate of Business, Business Administration, High Honors.
Mario Mendez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts Honors.
Ahmad Fahim Pohmal, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense, High Honors.
Darian Cochran, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer, Cyber Security Analyst.
Is it Alan? Alana Aguirre, Associate of Applied Science, Cyber Security.
Jose Humberto Luzania, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Nicole Marie Vaughn, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Nehemiah Simon Tracy, Certificate, Carpenter.
Luis Montiel, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense, Honors.
Abdabju Manjali, Certificate, HVAC-R Technician.
Alejandro Salazar, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Danitza Castro, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Peter Thomas, Certificate, HVAC-R Technician.
Vanessa Rosana Durazo, Certificate, Human Resources.
Corina Vianney Loya, Associate of Science, Science.
Solaris Marie Graves, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts Honors.
Jonathan Bejarano, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, Highest Honors.
Jasmine Isabel Delgado, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
John Valdez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Cassandra Vasquez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Petra Hanigerova, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Karen Azucena Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies, Honors.
Diana Rose Kinney, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
Joy Rianne Durham Vega, Certificate, Dental Assisting Education.
Alfonso Torres, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Honors.
Jeannie Rianne Vega, Associate of Applied Science, Justice Professions, High Honors.
Chauncey C. Vasquez, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Garen Riley De Leal, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Hillary Gibbs, Associate of Science, Science.
Zaira Chacon Oriate, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Joshua Merritt Gigstad, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting.
Johan Alexander Oriate Gallegos, Associate of Science, Science.
Gael R. Valdez, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, High Honors.
David Hernandez, Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Braden Paul Haena, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Maricela Angulo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Cecilia Gutierrez, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Sharuk Hisham El Sabai, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Cody Harold McLean, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Highest Honors.
Damaris Itahi Cruz, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Honors.
Sergi S. Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Amanda C. Garcia, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Lisa Monet Stembridge, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Raquel Paquibro, Associate of Science, Science, High Honors.
Nafratiri Elizabeth Kesterson, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Maria Jose Aguirre, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Julian Andres Alvarado, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Aris Alejandra Castro, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Isaac Gonzalez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Alyssa Amanda Rose Jimenez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Alexandra Nava, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, PTK, Highest Honors.
Magna Minerva Torres, a Certificate, Translation and Interpretation Studies.
Daniela Moreno, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Kenneth Augusto Torres, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Dair D. Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Social Services, Honors.
Luis M. Marquez, Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Neon Saba Marianne, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Alyssa Valdivia, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Danitza Janet Mendoza, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Adriana Elizabeth Maraquin, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Amaya Hernandez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Pedro Lira, Associate of Science, Science.
Viviana Stephanie Mireles, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Talia Maricela Perez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Victor Nadori, Certificate IT Support Technician.
Ivan Healy, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Love you, Mom!
Hassan Bilal Adan, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity.
Ava Hope Chispro, Certificate, Hospitality Fundamentals.
Brianna Chanel Acuna, Associate of Science, Science.
Michaela Kellum, Certificate, Hospitality Fundamentals.
Angel Renee Cañez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Jasmine Lily Acosta, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Keith Kiohod Ursua, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Esaria Bunsing, Associate of Science, Science.
Suail Gastelum Lopez, Certificate Baking and Pastry Arts.
Zamir Ahmed Azizi, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
Carlos Josue Perez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jillian Abril, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Giselle Lopez Avila, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Ruby Romero, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Is it Gisela? Gisela Lopez, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Harrison Matthew Beeson, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology. Thank you.
Caitlin Diane Coronado, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Sabrina Daniela Lehor, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Megan Nicole McDonald, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Beautiful regalia. Nazgo Red Horse, Certificate, Electrician.
Victoria Ben, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Film Arts and Animation.
Jordan Jera Affleck, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Azaneth Renteria Soto, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Jessica Salazar Azano, Certificate, Accounting Bookkeeping.
Alexa Larios Varela, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Bo Todd Bidwell, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technologies, Honors.
Dominic Luis Palmer, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, highest honors.
John David Martin, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Sarah Marie Ramirez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, high honors.
Gabriel Martin Arnold, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Nidia G. Lopez, Associate of General Studies, General Studies.
Julian Antonio Mendoza Jr., Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication.
Marilyn Michelle O'Farrell, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jennifer Miranda, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Aiden Joseph McKenzie, a Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Delia M. Tillo, Certificate, Pharmacy Technology.
Karen C. Limon, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting.
Sydney Grace Kitochai, Associate of Applied Science, Business, High Honors.
Jose Morales, Associate of Science, Science Honors.
Robert William Cruz Froman, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, High Honors.
David Pham Dui Ha, Associate of Science, Science.
Evan T. Blair, AJAC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Tiffany F. Vanover, Certificate, Class B, Commercial Driver.
Austin Kyle Kilpatrick, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense.
Ricardo Alan Gonzalez Carrillo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Ibrahim Tour, Certificate, Electrician.
Taylor Madison Irwin, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Iram Fernando Robles Torres, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Christopher Joseph Conti, Certificate, IT Support Specialist.
Nelly Esmeralda Pedersoli, AJAC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Camila Damaris Hernandez, Associate of Applied Science, Business, Honors.
Alejandro Gutierrez, AJAC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Aslin Ramirez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Natalie Nicole Murillo, Associate of Science, Science.
Victoria Carrasco, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Emily Marie George, Associate of Applied Science, Justice Professions.
Valeria Suarez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Leilan Marisabel Cairo, Certificate, Practical Nurse.
Claudia Coronado, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, Honors.
Aaron R. Fawcett, Certificate, Machine Inspection and Quality Assurance.
Anayansi Perez, Certificate, Phlebotomy.
Mario Tadeo Silva, AJAC Certification, Science.
Regina Verduzco, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
April Cecilia Eduviges Torres, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Studies.
Franklin Latouche, Associate of Applied Science, Networking,
Tucker
Cyber
Jacob
Defense.
Barnard, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense Honors.
Destiny Ann Membria, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Drew Christopher Lytle, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology.
Athena Safir, Associate of Science and Associate of Liberal Arts, Science.
Efren Emmanuel Lasso, Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Courtney Nicole Anderson, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Annika Navarro, Associate of Science, Science.
Gwyneth Schweska, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Stephanie Dominguez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
David Luis Waugh Briger, Post-Degree Certificate, Paralegal.
Dimea Post, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts, Honors.
Kendall Salisbury, Associate of Applied Science, Clinical Research Coordinator.
Ximena Altamirano, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts, Honors.
Carolina Ochoa Lawrence, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Alyssa Brian Burrows, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Cassandra Ochoa Lawrence, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Savannah Marie Blue, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
August Bates, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Jasmine Desiree Wood, Associate of Science, Science, highest honors.
Justin Dukeman, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Alfredo Leon, Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Martine Garcilaso, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts.
Katrina Michelle Turner, Associate of Applied Science, Business.
Ashley Gabriela Denohien, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Sylvia Niyokoshima, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Honors.
April Nicole Adame, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Petaina Taylor Fevrier Stubbs, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Honors.
Miskana Tafade, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Renee Weiss, Associate of Science, Science.
Christopher Hughes, Associate of Business, Business Administration, Honors.
Vanessa Nicole Wernz, Associate of Science, Science, highest honors.
Benjamin Davies, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Mia Stout, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, honors.
Gunnar James Cadwell, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Daniela Fabiano Avalos, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Juan Jose Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technology.
Evanette Yvette Charlie, Certificate, Medical Billing and Coding.
Moira Maylin Tidy, Associate of General Studies, High Honors.
Amanda Suzanne Proventer, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Julian Luna, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive, Ford Asset.
Alia Quevedo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Erica Barrera Reina, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Mark Gomez, Post-Degree Certificate, Secondary Education Certificate.
Semasong Debom, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Raven Marie Gutierrez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Luz Irene Islava Valenzuela, Certificate, Translation and Interpretation Studies.
Violeta Ayala, Certificate, Human Resources.
Jessica Deyanira Lopez, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Giovanna M. Adolph, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Kiara Inzunza, AJEX Certification, Business.
Magdalena Mendez, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, Honors.
Catherine Michelle Snyder, Associate of Applied Science, Aviation Technology.
Darlene Torres, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, Honors.
Sage Cherie Camacho, AJEX Certification, Liberal Arts.
Desiree D. Anaya, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, Honors.
Diana Haj Hassan, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Oscar Rosas Paredes, Certificate Aircraft Power Plant Mechanics.
Erica Celeste Durazo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, High Honors.
Mason Lawrence Towle, Associate Applied Science, Medical Laboratory Technician.
Rochelle Velarde, Certificate IT Technician.
Priscilla Cruz Castillo, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Laboratory Technician.
Melina Gutierrez, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing, Honors.
Bu Me, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Laboratory Technician.
Madison Charles, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing, Honors.
Analicia Marie Ortiz, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Laboratory Technician, Honors.
Michelle Velarde, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Maria Luisa Esquer, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Laboratory Technician.
Blanca Cecilia Delgado, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Lindsay Michelin, Associate of Arts, Social Services.
Ana Isabel Ruiz, Post-Degree Certificate, Special Education, Mild to Moderate Disability.
Casey Lee Sams, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology.
Gloria Alejandra Parra, Certificate, Medical Billing and Coding.
Cristina Aguiar Carrillo, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Honors.
Stephanie Valenzuela, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Sean Joseph Lane, Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, Highest Honors.
Cameron Sudart, Certificate, Basic Welding.
Jasmine Arlette Villegas, Certificate, Basic Business, Honors.
Misela Arvasu Casas, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, Honors.
Rafael Jesus Valenzuela, Certificate, Health and Wellness Coach.
Stephanie Sarai Garcia, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Isabella Nogales, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts, Highest Honors.
Anna Marie Coyote, Associate of Applied Science, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Highest Honors.
Kayla Johnston, Certificate, Human Resources.
Brittany Joanne Walls, Associate of Science, Science, Honors.
China Ray Bass, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Cheyenne Jasmine Davis, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Adriana Consuelo Alanis, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technology.
Diego A. Morales, Ajax Certification, Liberal Arts.
Ariana McIntyre, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technology.
Carolina Diaz, Associate of Science, Science.
Faith Schnipp, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technology.
Cheyenne Marie Beasley, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer Analyst, Honors.
Jake Livan Gagiola Jaramillo, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technology.
Ana Paula Davalos, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Highest Honors.
Juan Jesus Nava Espinosa, Associate of Science, Science.
Ulysses Urquides Palomo, Associate of Science, Science.
Clay Anthony Krybick, Associate of Applied Science, Automated Industrial Technology, High Honors.
Brian Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Programmer Analyst.
Yesenia Y. Gaspar, Associate of Science, Science.
Taylor Michelle Femiani Ontiveros, Certificate, Automotive Mechanics.
Mariah Christian Johnson, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts.
Sawaji Chiked, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Brian Edward Selkirk, Associate of Science, Science.
Eric Antonio Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Game and Simulation Honors.
Mikkel Taylor Luis Satchel, Associate of Applied Science, Networking, Cyber Defense.
Nathaniel Moreno Encines, Associate of General Studies, General Studies.
Ivy Kimura Hargrove, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Marisa Nicole Piñon Manriquez, Associate of Science, Science.
Island Brown, Certificate IT Support Technician.
Stephanie Wilkinson, Associate of Business, Business Administration, highest honors.
Alessandra Nava, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts.
Fernando Paul Aquino, Associate of Business, Business Administration.
Marina Abigail Valenzuela, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts.
Mario Alberto Wu, Associate of Business, Business Administration, honors.
Catherine Pham Ha, Associate of Science, Science.
Lauro F. Acuña, Associate of Business, Business Administration, highest honors.
Kenneth Richard Wheeler, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Ariel Bridget Salazar, AJEC Certification, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Audrey Henson, Certificate, Basic Welding.
Mark Mason, Associate of Applied Science, Building and Construction Technologies.
Dylan Robert Schieber, Associate of Applied Science, Logistics and Supply Chain Management.
Victoria Rayan, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Gabriela L. Ora Ann Mendez, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, highest honors.
Grayson Parrish, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts. Victoria Kenia, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts. Come on up. Braden Tyler, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Aided Design, high honors. Casey Lynn Harkleroad, Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts. Raymond J. Adger, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual and Performing Arts. Danielle Elizabeth Morrill, Associate of Applied Science, Digital Arts Honors. Aaron Harvey Beich, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, highest honors. Reina Maria Angelica Hunt, Certificate, Medical, Billing, and Coding.
Chancellor Nassy, governing board members, faculty, staff, students, family, alumni, and friends, I am honored to present the graduating class of 2025.
Will the graduating class please stand? By the authority and power vested in me by the Pima County Community College District Governing Board and by the state of Arizona, I now declare you, Pima Community College graduates, with all the earned rights, responsibilities, and privileges. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left as a symbol of your new status. Congratulations.
Go back